I had driven down to Chapel Hill and was cruising down the main drive in search of parking. And it was curious. The main drag was against a river, which hadn't been there when I was a student 50 years ago. Anyway, I couldn't find any parking, so I left the valley and went up a steep road looking for a place to leave my car. I finally found one, and it was right near some woods. I thought I'd take a little walk, and within a minute I was totally lost. I came upon a somewhat dilapidated structure and went inside. It was some kind of old factory building, and I was wandering around getting increasingly confused, and finally got to a point where there was a gate that I could get back out into the woods, so I took it. And I could hear a creek, so I figured, well, I'll follow that and it'll go back down to the river and I'll be back in Chapel Hill. All of a sudden there was this piercing growl, actually two growls, and I looked over to my right and there were two enormous wolf-like dogs. I think they were Kai wolves, or like coyotes that had bred with wolves. And as soon as I heard them, I ducked down under this stone wall, and they bounded across the hill onto the other side. I poked my head up to get a look at them and immediately realized what a horrible mistake that was, because they saw me. And just like that, they were right near me, growling, and it was terrifying. I stood up, made myself as tall as possible, gathered some dirt up from the woods and just threw it at them. And they went back for a second. But then they realized there was no real threat, and they started coming at me again.